Sergio, Mora, how you doing? This is Jarrett Boxing here from the UK, London, England. Well, I've been following your career from the Contender series, and from what I've gathered, by the way, you're an excellent commentator. I remember listening to you on the Paris and the Tim Coleman fight. You've done an excellent job. I thought before I get into that question, I was gonna say, do you feel like you've been underestimated? I mean, you won a big winner with Vernon Forrest, and you have captured the middleweight belt, and oh, sorry, it was a light middleweight belt. I think that was it light middleweight? Yeah, light middleweight belt. Okay, catching light middleweight belt. Do you feel like that every time you fight, you feel like you're an underdog, or you ain't gonna? You also beat Shane Mosley as well. You didn't get that decision as well. It's like why do you feel like the commissions and people are against you every time you fight? Well, you always put on a good display, and it's always action. There's a lot of like fist blowing. But why do you feel like you always get the bad end of the stick, the shit end of the stick, should I say?
That's a great question. I've always been an underdog in all my fights. When I fought as a Contender, I was 16-1 to win. Against Vernon Forrest, I was 4-1. Against Shane Mosley, I was 2-1. My last fight against Tokes, I was 2-1. I'm always an underdog, so I've taken that to my advantage. I really don't care where I'm at as long as I have enough time to prepare. When I fought Brian Bell in Texas, I had no promoter and I had no representation. I literally went out there by myself with my trainer and my cutman, and we decided to take the fight because we thought we were going to get a fair shake. And sure enough, we get down there, and the ring is maybe the smallest ring I ever fought in my life. They gave me a pair of used wet gloves, and then obviously you get three judges that don't score it the right way. I go back there for the rematch, and I get robbed even worse. So those two fights really put a bad taste in my mouth as far as the commission and the politics behind boxing. So from now on, I'm not going to put myself in those positions, even if it's for a shot that I know can get me to another big fight. I can't put myself in that position because another loss is the end of my career, whether it's a robbery or not. I don't have the luxury to be losing like these other guys and get another opportunity. Like for instance, Canelo's going to be fighting Angulo. Canelo just got shut out by Floyd Mayweather, and he's already on pay-per-view again. Angulo just got knocked out by Lara, and he's already on pay-per-view again. I don't have that luxury. They do. Good for them. I like them both, but I don't have that luxury where I can lose and be back. I'm the type of person where I have the style where if you lose, you have no excuse. If you lost, get out of the way. So I can't lose. I can't lose anymore. And the only person that really beat me was Vernon Forrest, and that was the second time. And that's to a great fighter, a 5-time world champion. And God rest his soul, but that's the only person ever to beat me in the ring. And, how can I not have confidence when every time I step in the ring, I know I can win, and I beat every guy that I step in the ring with. Including Vernon Forrest the first time.
Yeah, man, these. That's what I'm saying. You've been in some of the greatest fights, and fighting the best. I mean, Shane Mosley and Vernon Forrest, and no one. I think, to be honest with you, I think people are ducking you. So what does the landscape still want to achieve? What do you want to achieve in boxing before you hang up?
The middleweight title. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm in the sport for. Once I hear and new for the middleweight title, I swear, man, I think that's going to be the culmination of my career. Maybe even one defense, and new and still, and then my career is done.
You ain't going to give it up, Sergio. You ain't going to give thanks. It's too sweet, man. You just got, if you get it, you ain't going to, come on now. You know how you are, man. You know what I'm saying? It works so hard to get it.
If that's what I would want. I mean, if I can hear and new and still, I think I've covered all the bases and more. I never thought I was going to make the Olympic trials. I did that, almost made the Olympic team. Never thought my name would be heard around the world. It was to the Contender. Never thought I'd win a world championship at 154. I did it against a Hall of Fame legend. I fought Shane Mosley. I fought in front of arenas. I fought at Staples Center to 2 packed houses. These are things that I never thought I'll do, and I'm doing these things. So I'm putting a right path. And right now, the only thing left is the middleweight title against an undefeated guy that I'm supposed to lose to, and that's Golovkin or Peter Quinn.
Yeah. One more question, chap. So going back to the analysts, man. Look, man, we've been listening to some boxing analysts, and I'm telling you, I don't know if you guys listen to this telecast here. You're one of the best ring analysts I've ever heard. I mean, you sat in for, you filled in for Teddy Atlas, and I'll tell you, mate, I got so much knowledge from just listening to you ringside with Joe Tesoro than I've heard in many years. Man, you are excellent, man. Like, I know, like,
thank you very much,
man. If you hang it up, like, I mean, that's your shit right there, man. That's your stick right there.
Listen,
HBO.
I've had the opportunity to do that several times. I maybe had like 8 or 9 telecasting, broadcasting jobs under my belt, and I love doing that. I came up short in NBC Sports to DJ Flores. Joe Tesoro is the one that actually put me in position to get that. And as far as the full-time gig with Paulie Malignaggi, I never got a chance to audition, even though I asked for a chance when Tarver was out. I emailed Steven Espinoza and all the Showtime execs and asked for an audition, but I never got one. So, you know, always doing an amazing job, but once I get an opportunity, I'll look to something like that.
I'll tell you what, man, if you got in there, because everyone talk about Paulie, man, but I'll tell you what, if you got in there, it'll be a shutout. I'm telling you right now, it'll be a shutout. Time they hear you commentate, it's over, man. But that's my questions. All right, fan chap, I'll leave it to Chris and Beats to give you some more questions, chap. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, wait. Let me jump in and ask you one quick question, Sergio. I want to ask you this question: why do you think a lot of fighters don't go over to the UK and try to build a name over there? Because obviously a lot of these guys I'm with right now, they're from the UK, and if you just see like the fans over there, I mean, the way they fill up arenas, how come more American fighters don't go over there and try to make a career in the UK?
Great question. I just think it's a lack of communication and promoters. I think Winky Wright did that when his career was falling behind over here. He went out there for a couple of years and made a name for himself, and then he came back. That's something I'm more than willing to do. And yeah, I know I mentioned it to my promoter, but I think it costs a lot of money, I guess, and I really don't. Maybe there's politics. Promoters don't want to work with each other. American promoters and European promoters don't want to work with each other, or I don't know. I have no idea. But if promoters are listening, if they're willing to put me out there and fight one of their best fighters out there, I'm more than interested, as long as they could talk to DeBella and make me an offer. You know, right now I'm in a position where I want to stay busy. If I'm not going to get the Quillen or Golovkins, then let me stay busy and let me fight these popular champions out there.
Great news, man. Hey, that's great. We'd love to see you go to the UK and make a name out there if you can. My last question for you is going to be, because you bring up the politics. Do you think the politics is really killing boxing right now? Because obviously you're a guy who'd probably love to fight some guys on some different sides of the aisle. But do you think that politics is really getting in the way of that?
Of course, but politics is ruining a lot of things, not just boxing. You know, you can look at other sports and it's the same thing. I think with the finances and, you know, in 2008 and promoters not wanting to pay fighters what they want, and managers sticking their fighters in with fights they can't win just to get the percentage, and promoters taking all the credit if their fighter wins, but if the fighter loses, then they don't get no credit. So it's kind of like there's no loyalty no more in boxing, and I don't know if there ever was loyalty, but at least there was real money involved. Now the money that fighters are making, you know, there's only like the 5% are making the money in boxing, just like they are outside, you know. So the other 95% of boxers are just taking fights that are very tough and aren't paying what they should. And another thing is the Cold War, you know, Top Rank and Golden Boy is not working with each other, and that's just only to the detriment of fans. So a lot of things are killing boxing, but boxing is not going to die. Let's get that straight. It's not going to die. It's like a cockroach. It's going to live forever. But it is losing fans to the UFC, to mixed martial arts, and that's because the best don't fight the best, and the money and the promoters don't want to work with each other. So, you know, I'm always hoping for the best. I'm an optimist, and I'm always looking for the best for our sport and for the best of my career. So whatever happens, man, I'm going to do it with a smile on my face.
Hey, man, yeah, great points, great points. Chris, you got anything? You got any questions for Sergio?
Yo, all right, let me get in quickly. I just wanted to ask, what's the difference between the normal schedule of professional boxing and being in the Contender series? What's the difference?
Well, in the Contender, you had a guarantee fight. In the real world, you don't have guarantee fights. And in the Contender, we're fighting every 2 weeks. We fought 3 times, and then I fought in the finale. You had cameras following you all over and documenting anything, and you have the best of the best in training and sparring partners and living quarters and such and such. And in real life, there's no cameras. No one knows what the hell you're doing. you know, and then you might get an offer, and then it's not the right offer, and then you pass on it, and then next thing you know, 8 months pass, a year passes, and fans wonder, how come you're not fighting? Well, it's not because you don't want to fight, because boxing is a business. You haven't had the right opportunity or the right offer to actually get in the ring. So you rather stay inactive. But I'm not at that point right now. I just want to stay active, and I want to fight the best. Until someone shuts me up, they'll shut up.
Okay, you must have really wanted to get a shot at Ishe Smith when he won that light middleweight title.
You know what? Ishe's been a long time coming, man. Ishe's always, I've known Ishe since amateur. Me and him fought USA versus Korea. And Ishe's always had the talent. That's why he was the favorite to win it in the Contender Series, because he is a hell of a fighter. And him winning the world title and getting to that peak actually proved that. So now, you know, you got me, myself, you got Ishe Smith, you got K9 Bunbridge, you got, I believe, Troy Ross. You know, guys winning titles from the Contender. And back then they were saying the Contender was all a bunch of fakes. Well, now we're proving that, you know, there's guys that can actually step up. You know, Alfonso Gomez has some good fights, and other alumni.
Sakio Bika.
Sakio Bika. There you go. Sakio Bika. How can I forget? Yeah. So, I mean, you know, it's doing justice for the Contender, but it's too late now. Now it's every man for themselves. You know, we're not worried about a show anymore. That was 9 years ago. Now it's about, you know, individual progression, and I'm just worried about myself right now. That's it. I want my title shot.
And we hope you get it, man. We really hope you get it. Stuart, do you have any closing questions for Sergio?
Yeah, I do. Nice talking with you, Sergio.
Thank you.
I wanted to know, we've just had a debate on the 5 top super middleweights of all time. I'm not going to ask you to name 5, but who would your favourite one be? Because obviously we've got different views here, and I want to hear what professional
super middleweight.
Yeah.
Super middleweight? Damn. Wow.
It is a tough one. Yeah.
Andre Ward, man. Andre Ward, man. Let's tell the truth.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I hear the accent, so I'm gonna have to think about it too. But if you want to talk about of all time, or just recently, or in my generation,
all time,
man.
I mean, it's only been going since late 80s anyway, and it's super middleweight, so it's not a...
I would look. Andre Ward's up there. Andre Ward has to be one of those of all time. This man hasn't been beaten in over 20 years. But so does Joe Calzaghe. Yep. I mean, you think of guys of you think of guys of like Nigel Benn. I mean, you think of guys of who's the undefeated cat up there right now? Damn, that's a weight that I'm really told.
Carl Froch, man, is in there. Carl Froch is in there, man.
Carl Froch, I don't like his style, but this man keeps proving me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, he's powerful. He has maybe one of the best chins I've ever seen in boxing, and he comes confident and prepared. But if you put a guy like that against Anthony Durrell or Andre Ward or someone like that, then Carl Froch gets, I think he gets beat. I think it's been proven before. I don't like his style, but he always proves me wrong. And he's one of those guys that, of course, he's one of the best super middleweights. But I don't think of all time. No.
All right. Hey, great point, man. Anybody got anything left for Sergio, man?
Yeah, I've just got one more question for Sergio. Obviously, you're chasing the Golovkin fight. It's, you know, not sure whether that'll happen, but have you got anyone else that you're looking at and thinking, you know what?
I'm chasing. You know what's funny? I'm not chasing the Golovkin fight, man. I'm chasing a title, and I'm chasing respect. And it just so happens that if I beat a big, scary middleweight, that gets me both. Whether it's Quillen, Golovkin, or any other monster out there that hasn't been beaten, that's what's going to get me to the promised land. It's not really that I want to fight Golovkin. He's a beast. You know, it's not really that I want to fight Quillen. He's a beast. But it's beating a beast that will get me that. And as ignorant as that sounds, where everyone says it's laughable and it'll never happen and there's that, all right, well, I'm tired of reading people are ducking him. I'm not. Make me an offer, let's make it happen.
I mean, there's a lot of fights in the UK for you. You know, there's there's Macklin, there's
Macklin, you know what? Me and Macklin and Andy Lee have the same promoter in Lou DiBella. Yet Lou is putting Lou is putting Lee against Golovkin to get slaughtered, and it looks like he's pushing Matthew Macklin to get slaughtered against Quillen. These guys are two guys that have already proven been, to the top and they can't climb over to being champions. They've gotten knocked out already. So I don't know if you guys keep getting opportunities.
Yeah.
I want to see either you or Lara, the guys that are you can't punch, he's too small. Fight Golovkin.
I got an offer to fight Lara. I got an offer to fight Lara, and I actually accepted it, but Lara's people didn't want to fight at 157. So that fight never happened. But I'll be honest with you, man, that Lara fight, we didn't like.
Yeah.
We didn't like that fight at all. Zero.
Yeah.
My trainer's like, I don't know about this fight.
You gotta remember, you're a beast. They may be beasts, but you're a snake. By the time you bite them, they know what time it is. People need to know about you, bro.
I'll be back on top, guys. And look, once I get my opportunity, man, I'd love to do an interview and I'll pitch to everybody. And look, man, this is the only thing I wanted. I respect, and I'm glad I have it now. And if I don't have it by then fuck everybody. I don't care about it.
Man, you get it. But big up the Latin Snake. How do you get that nickname, man? How you get that nickname?
You know what? A local reporter over here compared me to a crab-like, snake-like style. That I had an unorthodox way of winning and coming in and out. So I said, all right, well, since it was snake, this sounds too plain. How about the Latin snake? That sounds like a porn star slash a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna go with that. You know what? So it's been popular, man. The Latin snake's been around the world, and I love it.
Yeah. I'm supporting you because you're a pure boxer. I want to see you get a big fight this year.
I agree.
I definitely see you get a high-profile fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys. Well, look, once I get it, man, you got my number now. Hit me up, and then
I know you on Skype, man. I hit you up before you. I know you got a Skype thing, but I don't know how you know how to use it, right?
I have no idea how to use it, man.
Yeah, I know. I hit you up before, but you don't know how to use it. But it's cool though. We hit you up and we call you though. We call you.
You got my number, and if you could follow me step by step through Skype, we can Skype. But other than that, I'm old school.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. All right, man.
Hey, thank you, man. Big respect for coming on the show, man. We really appreciate it, and God bless, Sergio.
You got it, man. God bless you guys. Take care.
See you, champ. All right, bye, man.
Peace.
Bye.